Hey, good evening and welcome back to the Englewood Enterprise Gallery Shy Ride Show. As we like to say, Shy Ride's not Shy Rag. I'm your host, Mr. Medina, and I got my good friend Gizzo right here with me. What's going on, Gizzo? How you feeling? Yes, indeed.
It's a blessing to be in the building with you. We've already done a lot of work together, and we just continue to build. So this is awesome. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being here. You know, it's all reciprocity, and we love working with the Shy City Cypher and what they do and what they stand for and represent. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, why don't you tell us a little bit about Shy City Cypher and what they do? And I'll start with the little bit that I know about it. You know, I know that they give a lot of aspiring artists and rappers and hip hoppers and poets an opportunity to a platform to speak their mind, to get access and recognition, social media, TV, different things like that, and they really promote creativity and expression. But what would you like to add on to that, sir?
Yeah, I think most importantly, it's a platform for MCs that are just beginning or starting off, and also for seasoned MCs.
Yeah.
So we have a mix of everybody, and you know, I try to keep an open door policy where if you've got some art and you're gonna come and you're gonna spit, I'm gonna try not to restrict you. You know, don't cuss because we're on cable. You know, but it's a good platform for people to come, and we've had MCs as young as 8. And MCs as old as 55, or as young as 55. So, you know,
cool.
It's a platform for everybody. Yeah, and then you can be seen all over the United States through our syndications, and it's a good experience.
Cool. That's awesome. Also, before I forget, just to remind you who we are the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, located at our new location at 35th and Racine, inside the Bridgeport Artist Loft building there. Our email address is enterprisegalley@gmail.com, and you can also check out our website at www.englewoodenterprisegallery.com. That's www.englewoodenterprisegallery.com. And man, it's always good to be here. I really like the last project that you worked on. You know, as a matter of fact, I think I might have. Well, let me just play a little excerpt of some of the stuff that the awesome stuff that y'all doing.
Appreciate that.
On the show that you do.
And what you guys and they can hear me, right?
Yes.
What you guys are watching is the intro to the Shy City Cypher right there, and that's a clip of all of the gatherings we've had, all of the episodes we've had, different MCs breaking, you know, our DJ and just the whole vibe. Like, you can just see the MCs vibing out on that, man, and that's exactly what we do. Like, people do, you can see Queen Z there, people just come and they vibe out, man, and the experience you get at the Shy City Cypher is like none other, man, and you've seen it yourself personally. When you're there in the building, you know, it's nothing but love, man. We got the kids in the building, man. Shout out to your sons.
That they go right there, huh?
It's awesome, man. It's a great experience, and I'm blessed to be able to like put out this platform for everybody.
Yeah, that's cool, man. You definitely do the hip hop community and the spoken word community a service, because expression is important, and I think a lot of times that's why, especially our young people, that's why they act and react the way they do, because there are not enough avenues and channels for expression.
And that's kind of why the Shy City Cypher was founded, because, you know, when I was coming up and I was young, there wasn't a lot of platforms for me to be able to express that, and a lot of the times, you know, I grew up in the street, man, so like the guys I was hanging with weren't listening to hip hop. We were listening to the gangster stuff, and I didn't know that there was this other world out there. And so if you can make that available, you know, I've had a lot of conversations with community leaders and people that do, you know, a lot of work with the young kids, and it's like with art, if you can affect them while they're young, that's kind of sets the template for like the future of them, you know, like that girl that rapped, shout out to MC Zena on and she was 8 years old. You know, maybe she might not rap for a couple more years, but that seed was planted, and so 10 years from now, when she decides to become an artist and to start, she'll already have that set for her, and she'll know like, oh, I was part of the Shy City Cypher, and they had that platform, and it was dope, and I came in and I expressed myself, you know. And so it's a really good thing, man. And I like to see the relationships that people build, because people come to the Cypher, and when they leave from the Cypher, they, you know, you can see them on Facebook setting up studio sessions and making collabs and dropping songs, and and just working together, man. And that's what it's about in the end, because, you know, it's not, the Cypher is dope and you get to watch it afterwards, you know, on all the syndications, but I think the connections that people make at the Cypher is that's what's the most important thing.
Yes, yes. And in any trade, any industry, you know, it's good, camaraderie is good. It's good to be, to feel like you're a part of an industry. You know, a lot of times, the biggest opportunity that some of our people may have in these underserved communities is just rapping on the corner, you know, or somewhere else, or at school, or something like that. So a platform and a place where they can go and be among other artists, you know, and have dope uniforms like y'all wearing. You know,
shout out to Shy City Cypher official gear.
Yeah, you know, stuff like that. It does even though you feel good about yourself, you know, as well as more confident in what it is that you do.
And not only do you get the confidence from coming and rapping on the Cypher, but, like, you know, you also get the confidence from seeing somebody that comes from where you come from aspire to do something better.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, man, but that's an example of somebody that stayed in their community, got their money, and still stayed there and try to uplift everybody.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And so that's the same thing what we do with the Cypher. I like for people to see me filming, and I like for them to see us putting stuff out and reaching milestones and doing stuff like coming on live TV with you and doing interviews, and it's like, yeah, you can do this stuff.
Yes.
You know, you can come, you can rap, you can write a verse and be on cable next month. You know, you can do stuff like that, and those are kind of things that you can share forever, you know, with your family. We had an MC that had his whole family. He had people come from out of state and everything when his episode was going to play on Comcast.
Yeah.
And they all sat together as a family, you know?
Yeah.
So it's something good, man, to share with everybody of all ages.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, that's a blessing that we got heroes like you out here that continue to give our people access. You know, give our people access. Also, something else that you touched on, you know, in the ways of community development and building. I know you were telling me about an upcoming event, anti-violence, stop the violence event.
Yeah. So if I could give you a really quick.
Yeah, it's just a quick synopsis.
A brief of kind of what happened. I was involved, for those that follow me on Facebook, seen that I posted about me being involved in the neighborhood where I live in, kind of in the crossfire of a situation going on with the gangs there. Because of that, it stemmed an idea that I was talking to with Carrie from Playtime, with Bill Turk, and Carrie Kendall is a good friend of Shy City Cypher, and we were talking, and she's like, you know what you should do is Shy City Cypher based off Stop the Violence. And that seed right there planted what we have going on now. And so what we have is May 25th, we're doing a show. It's going to be a Stop the Violence, and it's going to be a first ever where we open up the filming of the Shy City Cypher, which is always a private event, to the public. So we're going to have speakers, we're going to have people that have been directly involved, you know, with violence. I've got a good friend of mine named GC. He's an artist that was shot shortly before he turned 18, and he lost his sight.
Wow.
He's somebody that has direct input in a situation like this, and we're all going to come together, and we're going to have speakers. We're going to have people in the building that you can talk to from different organizations, and we're going to have Englewood Enterprise Gallery in the building as well.
Yes, indeed.
Because you guys do a lot of amazing things, man, and helping us and, you know, letting us come and film in your space and providing that platform is along the same lines of everything that we're all doing together. You know, we want to work together because that's the only way we're going to get up.
Yes.
You know, there's no egos over here. We're just trying to make something happen. And so May 25th, you guys can tune in. You can get more information on the Englewood Enterprise Gallery's website, right? EnglewoodEnterpriseGallery.com?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As well as our Facebook, we keep regular updates and things like that.
So you guys can go on there. You can also follow me, Gizzo Vilanueva, and on all social media, and also follow Shy City Cypher on all social media. But we're working with people that definitely have a lot of experience in a situation in these kinds of events. We're also working with Theo Hardeman, which is the ex-director of Ceasefire, and he's also working with Violence Interrupters. So that's somebody that's going to help us, and we're all going to come together and make this happen. And, you know, we're going into this realizing that this event's not gonna change the whole city. It's not gonna stop the shootings, you know. But like Tupac said, this might plant the seed for the person that might make the change, or you know. And so we're gonna make an effect and do what we can. But you guys can tune in and get all that information through Englewood Enterprise Gallery, or follow me on social media as well.
Most definitely, if somebody has something that they would like to share, you know, as it relates to anti-violence and stop the violence, then we definitely encourage them to stay tuned and come out and get involved in that particular event. I think it's awesome. And I know you mentioned T.O. Hardeman, as well as some of the other violence interrupters. And I know sometimes we hear these names that come up in news and things like that, but we don't really know all of the details in the background of how some of these mechanisms play a part, regardless of how different people feel on a political level. You know, the reality is that you do have people that are in the community that put themselves directly in harm's way for the sake of trying to interrupt violence. You know, there are a lot of unsung heroes out there that stand in between guns, you know, people aiming guns at each other, trying to have them to have a rational and logical conversation, you know, keeping that conversation going on and working to interrupt the cycle of violence in the communities.
Yeah, and that's, you know, and there's a lot of unsung heroes. You know, when I sit here and I name drop a couple names, under those names there's hundreds of people. There's people that don't go posting it. There's people that do a lot of stuff in the community that they don't go, you know. And the reason, and we want to make sure that this message gets out there, because for all those people that are doing that you're out there doing stuff daily and you're not getting that recognition or whatever it is, you know, it doesn't matter, because you're doing it for a greater good. In saying that, with this event on May 25th, we need as much volunteers as we can. We want people to come out. If you're an organization that works with Stop the Violence, I want you to come out. Contact me on Facebook or whatever it is, social media, and reach out. And I want your organization to work with us. I want you guys to come in that day. Whatever it is that we can do, we want all of you in the building. Definitely volunteers and people to come out and just help us to spread the message, you know. Everybody's welcome on this. And also, as far as the Chi City Cypher aspect part of it, we need MCs. So all the MCs that are listening, anybody, if you're a parent of an MC, or your brother raps, or, you know, we want you guys to come out. I want you guys to be in on this event, and we're gonna put you on cable and make sure that your message gets spread, the positive message, because of course this is all about helping us stop the violence. So, you know, come out. We need producers. If you're a producer, send us beats. We always tell the producers, send beats, and this would be a great opportunity for one of your beats to be a part of a good cause. You know, so definitely looking forward to working with everybody. And May 25th, it's going to go down. If you guys want to hear some more info about this as well, I'm also doing a radio interview on 1590 AM next week, where we're going to be giving out more information once everything is fully locked in. But the good people over at OGGI as well, you guys can look them up. They're also going to be donating their space for this event. So you know, everyone's coming in and doing what they can. You know, when there's a goal, if a lot of us put a little bit in, we can all get to that goal. So that's what we're trying to do with this.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Also, on another note, related to community development as well as safe communities, let me see if I can pull this off, because somebody sent me a very important notice earlier today, something happening in the hood, and I'm going to try to see if I can maneuver this and read this. If you can't read this at home, I'm sorry, just listen closely. Sister, I need you safe. This is an event going on May 4th, 6303 South King Drive. To date, 20 women have been killed in random street violence. Most of these women leave small children behind. Since 2001, 51 women have been found dead in abandoned buildings or in garbage cans. Right here in our communities, all right? This is right here in Chicago. Sisters, we are in need. We are in a state of emergency. We must come together to create citywide safety plans and spaces for ourselves and our children. Okay, we just want to continue to bring the message of community development, violence prevention, and looking after the women and children that are in our community. You know, as well as the young men, but the women and children as well. So we got to keep a watchful eye and stay engaged. You know, and if you see something, say something. I think that's the saying. You know, because the violence in our community is totally out of hand. Violence against women, domestic violence, all of these different types of horrific acts. It won't stop unless we stop it. So, Sister, I Need You Safe, May 4th, 63rd and King Drive. Make sure you're out there between the hours of 1 and 4 p.m. Meanwhile, this is the Englewood Enterprise Gallery. Let me just pull this up just as a reminder of anybody who just checked in and didn't know what show this was. Also, please feel free to call in. It's a live show, 312-738-1060. We are the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, located at our new address on 35th and Racine. You can also email us at enterprisegallery@gmail.com. That's enterprisegallery@gmail.com, as well as our website, www.englewood-enterprisegallery.com. That's englewood-enterprisegallery.com. Also, let me just share this with you. If you don't know much about the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, this is just some of the great stuff that we have going on. We also have a fashion lab involved with our operation where we teach young people as well as adults different sewing and trade skills, children's sewing classes, embroidery, a lot of different creative projects and things like that. We also do youth mentoring during the summer and children's entrepreneurship camps year-round. So definitely, if you are interested in getting involved, maybe you have a creative skill and you want to do more networking with other artists, feel free to reach out to us, the Englewood Enterprise Gallery. You know, our saying is we like to uplift the community using arts and creativity. Uplift the community using arts and creativity. Man, I guess keep multiplying up here. My man Gizzo on the scene. What's happening, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
All right, good. So, man, I'm gonna let y'all take it over. Let me see. We talked about the anti-violence program. Why don't you tell us more about the operation, bro?
The operation, Tri-City Cypher, has been around for a couple of years, and the whole impact of bringing any artists, MCs, B-boys, any artists that want to come out and voice your opinion, what you really have to say, and it's great that we had that platform for people to come on there and great exposure for everything is going on.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
And you know, we've been with the Tri-City Cypher. If you go and watch the first couple of episodes, as you see us evolving and we keep going and more episodes, it just keeps getting better. So the production is better. Noodles is our official audio engineer for the Tri-City Cypher, and we've got a dedicated team that's there every time we shoot a cypher to make sure that when you get in there, if you're an MC that's your first time performing, you're gonna be comfortable. We're gonna make sure everything goes smooth. So you know, it's definitely a good experience for all artists, and we want you guys to reach out to us, Tri-City Cypher, across all platforms. Make sure to look us up. You guys can find the Tri-City Cypher merchandise as well on all the Tri-City Cypher platforms. That helps you guys by supporting that and getting a t-shirt. You help us keep providing this platform for the city, man, because at this point there's no sponsors. We're doing this all organic, and our following is all the people who are really supporting underground hip-hop in the city and the platform for the artists that we have.
Yeah. One other thing I noticed, man, that I meant to mention, I'm always impressed with. Every time y'all get together, y'all have a real professional operation, and I like that. You know, y'all come together, everybody knows what position they play, and they all skilled in their trade, and man, y'all really get together and handle business. You know.
Yeah, that's because you know the team that we have has stuck with us through the years, and we've had people you know, come to the team and leave the team as well to move on to other things. But the the team that we have right now is very dedicated. And shout out to our official DJ Ace Vito, Loke, Larry Smith at Nut House, Reggie Smokes is our our official coordinator, and our cameraman Slade. But all of us come together, and I appreciate that you saying that, because we worked hard to get to that point, man. There's been a lot of Sundays, early mornings, a lot of Saturday meetings, a lot of sitting there and putting it on paper and making it work. So I think at this point we've got what we need to have. It's a great platform, and it's ready. So if you're ready to rap on it, spit some lyrics, some positive stuff, that knowledge, you know what I mean? Come and spit those bars, hit any one of us up.
There's a lot of hidden talent out there. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that are almost afraid to showcase their talent, or afraid to what they have. And it's just that little bit of push that we give for MCs to showcase their talent. It's like, you really have something. I've come across a lot of MCs that on these last ciphers, and they said, "Oh, I've never done anything live before, never been recorded." It's like, you got this, like, and then they come up there and just so much talent. It blows my mind. It's like, where have you been this whole entire time? Why are you hiding this? Feel free to come out there. We're getting stronger as a team. Trial and error. We work with each other. So it's a really great experience. And positive too.
And people hit us up with the testimonials too. Like, really quick, I'll let you guys know. There was an artist, I won't say his name because it was all a private conversation, but he was telling me, like, this was after the cipher, and he was like, what? Or before the cipher, and he said, what? I was done with music. He said, I've been rapping for a long time. I was doing it. I felt like nobody was supporting me. I wasn't feeling the energy in it no more. And then he came to the cipher, and he met so many people there. The energy was there, the vibe. You've seen it, Medina. Like, everything was there. He messaged me afterwards and was like, man, I got so much support from my family and my friends and all of my people that he's like, I'm gonna keep rapping. I'm not stopping doing this. So those are some of the kind of things that come out of the Shy City Cypher. People that come and just have a great experience.
That's great. My 8-year-old, he's raring to go, you know what I mean? So we're gonna be ready for next time. I've been working on my lines for months. I had to dust my bars off, you know what I mean? But they almost oiled up, and I'm just about ready, like the old days, back in the days.
I like that you had your kids come to the cipher, man, and they stood on the side of me while I did the intro, and then we did the intro for Englewood Enterprise Gallery. We did that you guys can see on I believe it's volume 24 and 25. But and he was part of it. He shook my hand and everything. So I like doing that, man. Those kinds of things that's what counts.
He goes to school and be having his friends at school all on YouTube looking at his video and whatnot. So
Nice.
He's proud of himself, even on down to the young ones. It's definitely an inspiration, to just be creative and produce something. And now we're in the information and the technology age where it's just so easy to share whatever it is that you're doing. So, it's really awesome. Yes, indeed. Before we get out of here, because it's almost that time, let me just play a couple of other videos, or at least one of them. Something that we got coming up in June. Here we go. All right, pushing the wrong button there. Something we got coming up in June. We got some family trips to Starve Rock. So we definitely want you to keep that on your calendar. Some family retreats. If you want to come on out and check it out, we'll probably be doing some fishing. They got like 7 waterfalls out there, and man, it's awesome. Also, before I get out of here, something that I've been pumping up for weeks and weeks and weeks, right? So this weekend is the International Kite Festival. I don't know if it's international, but it's the Chicago Kite Festival over at Montrose Beach. But I've been looking at the weather forecast, and I don't know if I'm gonna be out there. I've been telling people about it, and I've been all hype, and we do kites and drones out there during the Kite Fest, but it looked like it might be wet, and it might be cold, and it might be muddy. So I just want to give y'all a forewarning. Englewood Enterprise Gallery might not make it out there this year.
We don't need nobody getting struck by lightning.
You're supposed to stay away from trees during the rainstorm. So we probably gonna play it safe and stay away. But to anybody that does make it, hope you enjoy yourself. I think it's supposed to be a forecast of about 50 degrees and 50% humidity and 20% chance of rain. So however that works out, and cloudy all day.
It's 80 on one day, and then the next day is snow. So we lived that last week. It's almost like the meme, you know. It's
You should
Chicago
already
on
know.
one day.
You should already know.
You gotta keep boots and an umbrella in the car.
Right, and a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
Because you never know. But my time is almost up, fellas. Man, I really appreciate y'all participation. Actually, I think I got an extra 5 minutes, so we're going to keep it rolling. Usually around this time, they send security in here to run me up out of the studio, but today I got a few extra minutes. So, man, before we get it out of here, anything else that y'all want to drop on the listening audience at home? I know we got the event coming up. Just as a reminder, it's on May 25th.
Yeah, so May 12th, so before May 25th, May 12th, we're going to be on Playtime with Bill Turk and Kerry Kendall. So shout out to them because that show, just like your show, does amazing things in the community, and their show is all art, based on art, and, you know, that's, like we were saying, that's the best way to affect speaking with people is that art. When we used to go to go speak at the juvenile detention center, you know, those kids, they're tough, man. They lived a hard life, and the way to open up that communication with them is I would start talking to them about the music and telling them about the cipher and everything that we do. And once I told them what I did and their eyes were open and they were paying attention, that's when we would go in and have the conversations individually with them. So, you know, it's all about the art. So we'll be on May 12th on Playtime with Bill Turk and Kerry Kendall. You'll see the whole team on there, and we'll be speaking with Tio Hardeman, and we'll have everybody in the building that day. After that, May 25th is when the event is. It's May 25th in Pilsen, so we'll have an official media flyer coming out and everything for that. If you want to participate, contact me, Gizzo Vilanueva on all social media, Shy City Cypher on all social media. Send us a message. We will respond. We need volunteers, any organizations that are about stop the violence. And you know, real quick, when we filmed the Shy City Cypher, our 26th volume, over the weekend. We were at a certain location, and there was a situation that happened where our cameraman, you know, there was something that happened where there was someone pulled a gun on him. And it's just to show you, like, we're trying to affect violence, and it's also affecting us within the team. And the situation was fixed, you know what I mean? It was something that was able to be discussed, and afterwards it turned into a positive situation. But just to show you, you know, like, it can strike at any moment, and so we're grateful that nothing happened. But yeah, it was our 26th volume, so we've been doing this and consistently putting out volumes, and you guys can tune in, check out all the ones we've did from 1 through 26. And make sure you tune into 27, which is going to be special because all of the MCs that are going to be on there, all their verses, all their lyrics are going to be specifically focused on stop the violence. So, you know, we're hoping to have maybe 10 MCs plus some of the people on the team that are going to rap, and it's just going to be a non-stop positive message, artist after artist.
Yes.
You know, so you're welcome to come on that. I'll send you the beat. You could write a couple bars.
Bring
those bars off.
Bring the kids, and we'll make a day of it. But we're gonna have space for vendors, not vendors, but people with tables for the organizations to set up.
Yes.
And you know, but thank you to everybody that supports us, all the people that support me that have purchased a shirt to support Shy City Cypher. We really appreciate it. For me and the team, you know, it's all love.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I actually had a little something in my email. I don't know if you mind if I play this little beat here that y'all used on the last Cypher.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, just as a little bit of an outro. You know,
Produced by DNA Beats.
Okay, cool.
Gotta give the credit. Produced by DNA Beats.
Gotcha, indeed. So this is like a little preview because this will be volume 26.
Yeah, dropping soon, volume 26.
Yeah.
This is the instrumental that you'll listen to us rap over.
Yeah, most definitely. So, once again, you know, it's always a pleasure, fellas.
Thank you.
I look forward to our next opportunity. One more thing before we get out of here, I'm down to about 45 seconds. We got a youth mentoring thing coming up in the month of like July and August, working with young people who are being employed through some state programs and whatnot. But man, I love to see if I can connect something and get them involved in a cipher, or we actually trying to plan for them to put together their own open mic. So I try to do that like that. They take the leadership position, you know, they get an opportunity to organize and things like that, and really really do something and create a program that sells. So, I'd love to see, if y'all maybe want to come in, talk to them, sprinkle them with some knowledge, information, and assistance.
Yeah, anything that the Englewood Enterprise Gallery is a part of, we're gonna rock with. Shy City Cypher.
All right, Shy City Cypher, Englewood Enterprise Gallery. Appreciate you there. See you next week. Peace and blessings.
Peace.